You're listening to Flashpoint, the family radio.
Welcome.
Well, say good morning to everyone. How are you doing this morning? Of course, it is indeed another beautiful Tuesday morning right here in the studios of Flashpoint and, of course, in the Grand Cayman Islands. Of course, this morning is a good morning to you. How are you doing?
Oh, I am blessed, highly favored, and flavored too.
And flavored. And Elise, how about you?
It is a terrific Tuesday, a terrific, thankful Tuesday, and I am happy to be able. I am so happy to be in my right mind, able to know that today is Tuesday, to breathe the fresh air, to see the sunlight. It's a brighter day than we had yesterday. Yesterday started here in the Grand K, a little bit overcast, iffy and butty. Is it going to rain? Is it not going to rain? Is the sun going to come out? Well, today is all sunshine, and I'm happy to be right here in the studio, of course, in a brand new set. Do you like it? Do you like it? Tell me if you like it. Like it in the chat. Yes. Tell me if you like it.
All right, so this morning, of course, Lady Elise is having a grand time this morning, enjoying the new set. And I am going to tell you, this morning we're going to be having our devotional right before we get into our financial. But of course, I guess our news will be coming up in short order. Lady Elise, tell me something special about today that was not like that yesterday, apart from the gloomy skies across and now the bright sunny day. So they saw the gloomy sky yesterday, and today is a sunny sky. Yeah, Lizzie, let me pass the question on to you. What about today that you feel is extra special than yesterday?
I don't think it's extra special than yesterday. Yesterday was extra special for me. It was overcast, it was cool, and I walked 2 hours.
And today you haven't walked 2 hours yet?
No. No, not yet.
All right, having said that, we take a little, well, of course, we go for our devotional when we come back. Of course, our devotion is brought to us by M&M Construction for all your construction needs right here in the Grand Cayman Islands.
Looking to build your dream home or renovate your space? M&M Construction is the perfect place. We bring your vision to life with precision and quality craftsmanship. From design to construction, we guide you every step, ensuring seamless coordination and superior results. Our professional roof inspection and maintenance services will ensure that your roof is sturdy this hurricane season. So, if you are ready to start your construction journey, call us today at 345-927-7509. Build with confidence. Build with M&M Construction. 345-927-7509.
Good morning. This is day 12. The wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life in Christ Jesus our Lord. Romans chapter 6 verse 23. The Way Out, written by Richard Thelwell. A prisoner waiting on death row had a deep sense of guilt. He had killed a man in the presence of the victim's 2 children during a robbery attempt. The convict was bothered so much that he refused to allow his lawyer to appeal for a stay of execution. For him,
Departing this life was an escape from his nagging conscience and the reproach of an angry society. He said, "It's my way out of this living hell." How mistaken he was. Unless he had made his peace with God, death would open the door to something far worse, an eternal hell. The Bible says it is appointed for men to die once, but after that, the judgment. We may not be murderers, but we all have sinned. As far as God is concerned, that calls for the death penalty. But He has provided a way of escape. He gave His Son to die in our place, and all who believe on Him are delivered from condemnation. Unlike the convict who was hoping to find release through his execution, we can find true freedom. The Bible assures us there is therefore now no condemnation to those who are in Christ Jesus. He is the only way out of our sinful dilemma. Our quote this morning reads, "Jesus is the only way to eternal life." End quote.
I'm Audley Scott, and you're listening to Flashpoint Radio. Rise and shine, your morning boost of inspiration, news, and fun. With Mikey G, Lady Elise, and Coralie Karen, the unmistakable combination, synergized to navigate.
Of course, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Good morning once again. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. Of course, you're tuned into the breakfast hour right here at Flashpoint, right in the Grand Cayman Islands. Good morning again to
Yes, I have to say a big up and morning and greeting to our listeners, viewers, tuned in on all our platforms. Let's take a moment to single them out. So we have viewers on Facebook, we have viewers on Instagram, we have viewers on TikTok, and of course YouTube. And if you're listening via our web radio, www.flashpointmedia.ky, welcome. We are so happy to have you. We have a wonderful morning planned for you. And of course, we want you to be a part of the conversation. So I want you to just drop your comments and so on in the chat so that we can acknowledge you this morning. Welcome to the breakfast hour.
Yes, Jay, I know you wanted to say something to some of our listeners this morning, and of course, I don't know what it is you want to tell them, but I'm going to wait.
What is it I want to tell them about what? My walking?
Yes, that you didn't get to do yesterday. And it's better yesterday than today. I am of the view that you had a wonderful time yesterday.
It was a long, tortuous journey, and every time I think that I should stop, I was propelled to go on because I need to reach a certain point.
So you're motivated by what? By not by the wind behind your sails, but just what? Just more, how many steps you want to make? What is it that propels you?
No, actually, where I am, there is a river walk that is about an hour. And then there is, when you get off the river walk, you get onto the bridge. And the bridge takes you to Virginia. Yeah? You can walk to Virginia from here, from where I am, from Oxon Hill. I'm in Oxon Hill. And I was determined to reach Virginia on foot. And even though when I was going, I saw like everybody was going in the opposite direction because I was a little late. I didn't start early.
So you
And
want,
then I felt like I should turn back with them. But I said, no, my destination is Virginia.
so you want to walk from one state to the next. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
mercy.
I've never done that one yet. I went up to the on the mountain top. That was the first challenge. That was a big steep because the place is Oxen Hill and it is true to its nature. There's a lot of hills. Yeah.
Mercy. So you're on an adventure. That's what you're saying. And you're excited about your adventure that you're on.
I certainly am excited.
Well, all right. I'm happy that you're having a wonderful time. And of course, you got some exercise in there, of course, for some good health care as well. So you are now telling others that they should be motivated to go for some of these walks so that they can keep healthier, stronger, and live longer. Is that what you're saying?
And I'm calling out our minister too. That put out this challenge. I don't know where he is. I'm calling him out.
Which one? Don't call his name, please. Don't call his name.
I don't have to call any name. He knows who he is, who they can fit. Let them wear
Let
it.
them wear it. All right. Having said that, we are about time for our news. Lady Elise, you heard it. You hear them say, you throw me can, me no call no foul.
No call, no fault.
You heard that deliberate call out a while ago by Hazel to the pastor who put a challenge in and did not turn up for the walk. And so we're going to say, for that one, I'm going to silence myself a little bit on it, and I'm going to go for the news, Lady Elise. Let's go for the news, and when we come back.
When you need ultrasound that's safe and effective, you must visit Asai Ultrasound Imaging. They're conveniently located at number 4 Chestnut Center, Smith Road, Georgetown, Cayman Islands. With experienced technologists with over 20 years experience, their friendly staff will make you comfortable while you get your procedure done. Asai Ultrasound Imaging is open Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Call Asai Ultrasound Imaging 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426. That's 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426.
It's Tuesday, August 12th, and these are the Breakfast Hour News Roundup. I'm Corley Karen. Some Cayman residents are not just saving on electricity bills, they're turning a profit. West Bay resident Adeline Smith once faced monthly bills of over $500, but after taking part in a European Union-funded energy efficiency project, she now has a credit of $108 on her July bill. The program installed spray foam insulation and energy-efficient air conditioner and solar panels. Smith was one of 10 participants in the initiative, which cut some bills by over 90% and, in several cases, eliminated them entirely. Officials say the project offers a blueprint for national energy savings, potentially cutting the island's usage in half if widely adopted. The Ministry of Sustainability and local banks are encouraging residents to explore retrofits and green loans to make similar upgrades. Enterprise Cayman recently hosted a panel on the European Union's Artificial Intelligence Act and what it could mean for the Cayman Islands. Experts Christopher Brett and Piet Brown urged the Cayman community to be proactive in AI regulation, balancing oversight with innovation. They warned that AI misuse, such as deep-fake videos or fake legal rulings, could have serious consequences and called for strong policies, risk management, and human oversight to safeguard against abuse. When students return to John Gray High School on August 27th, they'll enjoy a brand new state-of-the-art athletic facility known as Project C. The $5.53 million development features a full-size football and cricket field, basketball and netball courts, and even pickleball courts. Officials say the upgrade will boost physical education, wellness, and extracurricular opportunities. The 2025 Paris Week Festival will run from November 8th to 15th on Grand Cayman, November 21st on Cayman Brac, and November 22nd on Little Cayman. This year's theme, That's Cayman or National Treasure, will highlight the island's heritage, traditions, and community spirit. Organizers promise a full program of parades, cultural activities, music, food, and family fun. Bodden Town's Tahiti Morea Seymour has been crowned Miss Universe Cayman Islands 2025. At 22 years old, she will represent the Cayman Islands at the Miss Universe pageant in Thailand this November. Seymour, fluent in Mandarin and Spanish, says she will focus her reign on creative and cultural advocacy and on supporting local arts and heritage. We turn now to regional news. In Jamaica, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced the general election will take place on September 3rd. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has been renominated by the ruling United Labour Party to contest the North Central Windward seat as the country heads towards elections expected later this year. Honduras has entered the race for the presidency of the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation in Agriculture, joining candidates from Guyana and Uruguay. CARICOM leaders have declared full support for Guyana's Dr. Mohamed Ibrahim, calling him eminently qualified for the role. The Inter-American Development Bank has approved a US $43.9 million grant for Haiti, aimed at helping over 200,000 vulnerable youth access jobs, training, and mental health services. The project will also rehabilitate 10 youth centers and expand vocational programs. And now to international news. US President Donald Trump has signed an order extending a tariff truce with China by 90 days, delaying planned hikes on Chinese imports. Both nations have expressed hope for positive outcomes from ongoing talks. One person has died and dozens have been injured after multiple explosions at the U.S. Steel Clairton Coke Works plant in Pennsylvania. Emergency crews are still conducting search and rescue operations, with reports that some people may be trapped under rubble. That's your Breakfast Hour News update. Stay tuned for weather and more.
I'm Scott, and you're listening to Flashpoint Radio, Rise and Shine, your morning boost of inspiration, news, and fun. With Mikey G, Lady Elise, and Coralie Karen, the unmistakable combination, synergized to navigate.
It's Terrific Tuesday, and I hope you have been enjoying the conversation so far. Of course, we have a mouthful, so much to share with you, but nonetheless, Tuesday is the day where we zero in on money matters. Keeping the coins in the pocket, or the paper bills, or the notes, or the whatever, the pounds, or the CI, or the US, or the GMD. Not spending all of it. But of course, our financial advisor, he has been walking us through some grounds that we're not particularly, I don't know, is it comfortable, Hazel G? What's the word we should use?
Following instructions. Following instructions.
We need to follow instructions, and he has been giving us assignments along this journey. I am not sure what he's going to share with us this morning, but certainly I know that it is something instructive, Mikey G, something that we need to learn, and not only learn theoretically, but action these items. So our financial advisor stands ready to join us this morning. So if you're tuned in, this is the time when you would want to share the link, and I'm sure you want to share good news, right, Mikey G?
Good news is always good. Good news is better than bad news. Of course, I always say there's no good news. So if I hear good news, it must be something important. Although many persons don't like to hear good news, they like to hear bad news. I don't know why that is so. Is it? You may be able to tell me why it is that many people like to hear bad news over good news.
Some people said no news is good news.
And I'm with you on that.
No news is good news, yeah.
No news is good. But today we're getting some good news. Well, the last time he brought some good news, I didn't feel too good about it. But I know, it was good news for me to hear it. But I didn't feel good after learning about that. The fact that he talked about partially how you should do your estate planning. And estate planning requires you to consider a few options, even after willing somebody something. Is it your long lost uncle or a nephew who you wanted to give something to, and then you said, you see this teapot right here, so this is what I want to give this nephew, and this nephew must get this teapot. But because you never put a certain clause in there, the uncle take it and nobody can take it from him, and you can't. And the nephew says, "But my auntie give it to me, and now you take it." And he says, "But because they never put the right protocols in place, or the right lettering, or some notification in there that was legally binding to specifically give it to that nephew, anybody could take it, and he cannot contest it in court because it was in the bank account. Your bank account is there, you should give it to some, and there's a way to do it. And it is so much, so much in there. And of course, I learned afterwards, my head hurts. And I got
Mikey G, the thing to do is to give the person before you're dead.
You don't know.
So like that kettle now. If I want to give you the kettle, give you the kettle before I live dead. If I anticipate that death is coming.
Wow, but that's a good one to look at it. I don't know who knows when it's coming.
I understand that people know. I don't know.
You have visited in the ball reading it.
They can feel it, and that's why sometimes people just go around and start making apologies. Lady Elise, if I did you anything, I am sorry. Please forgive me.
Before you did.
Yeah, and you wondering why? I can't remember.
Oh my God, no.
You wondering why they're saying it, but it's after that they die, then it come to you and say, "Oh,
what a time!"
And the person didn't even know why they were doing it, but they were moved to do that.
Only by
I'm glad we're exploring what we learned on the series. And one of the things is I never considered that email would be part of my estate. And I had a conversation with someone recently, and she was saying, I don't have anything to will. I don't have. And as soon as I started to share what I learned, are you working? What happens in the middle of the month if life stops? That is your salary. Do you own a car? But she thought these things were so small. She said, I don't own property. I don't own. And then she was able to recount an experience she had. So a lot of the things we have taken for granted, and I am glad that financial advisor has been sharing some of the really important things. Guardianship, that was an interesting topic. And
Yes, that was a good
beneficiary
one.
designation, yeah, how does it supersede the will? So, of course, our financial advisor is ready to share more information with us this morning. But after we come back from this break,
When you need ultrasound that's safe and effective, you must visit Asai Ultrasound Imaging. They're conveniently located at number 4 Chestnut Center, Smith Road, Georgetown, Cayman Islands. With experienced technologists with over 20 years experience, their friendly staff will make you comfortable while you get your procedure done. Asai Ultrasound Imaging is open Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Call Asai Ultrasound Imaging 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426. That's 345-949-2454 or 345-938-3426. Need help to produce your podcast? Flashpoint Media makes it very easy. We can relieve you of the headache by recording your podcast for you. So, take the first step to getting your content to your desired audience. Contact us here at Flashpoint and your podcast will be live in no time. Our website is www.flashpointmedia.ky or call us at 345-321-6969. That's a 345-321-6969.
welcome, Richard. It is a wonderful privilege to have you joining us this morning. Now, we were just speaking about what we have learned over the last few weeks. You have been taking us on a journey that has taught us a few new things. And so we welcome you back this morning to share with us. And I want to ask you, what are you sharing with us this week?
Thanks for that introduction. This week we're looking at basically a wrap up of all that we have done since the start of the series. And we're looking primarily at why do we need to keep our wills updated and some common pitfalls and how we can avoid them. Are you hearing me well?
Common
Yes.
pitfalls.
You're well.
I am destined for
All right, beautiful.
I'm destined for avoiding those pitfalls this morning.
All right, beautiful. All right, so in our episode, the last 5 episodes, we looked at several things. We looked at the will, we looked at trusts, we looked at beneficiaries and designations, and we looked at and how we could look at minor beneficiaries and how we could take care of them, even by using wills. So some of our most common mistakes that we do make is actually not doing anything at all. So not having a plan at all is probably the worst thing, because now you have put your entire estate, your future, your legacy in the hands of a third party. That third party being the government. And yes, there are rules and laws that lay out how your estate is to be divided. But again, as we have stated before, it may not be done in the way that you had wanted it. You therefore want to put your estate in a way that, as the name suggests, it will pass down to the person and to the next generation in a seamless manner. Almost as bad as not having a plan is not updating your plan. Mikey G, I know you drove a car at one point in time. I don't know if you still have one. But the car that you bought about 15 years ago, do you still have it?
No, I don't have that car 15 years ago. I don't have that car, but I believe if I have it,
All right,
if
let
I
us say
still have it, I believe if I still have it right now, it'll be an antique, and of course, probably worth more than I bought it for brand new. I don't know. I don't know.
well, maybe it would be.
Maybe.
But look at the scenario. You don't have it. That will that you wrote 15 years ago, and you wrote on that card that you would give to Richard Thelwell, do you think that will would still be valid today?
I guess not. I guess not. The car is not there anymore. It's in the garbage heap.
The car is not there anymore.
Yes.
Beautiful. And so what we're saying is that things happen, things change. And by you not updating your will or your plans, because it's not just a will anymore, then it means that you have not updated and that plan becomes null and void. Other things that can change. You may get married, divorced, you have children, you have bought a home, you have sold other assets, you have started a business, plans change. So we would like to make sure that you keep your will updated. My suggestion is once a year. I do that usually around my birthday. That way I know that, okay, in addition to my medical and other things that I would like to do, I'll also update my plan. Now the truth is, with that update of your plan, if things have not changed any at all, or if it is not material, meaning that you have not purchased or there is not anything that I mentioned before, then you can keep that will. And an example is, you had $1 million last year. It has grown by another million. You now have 2 million. And it means that you will then leave that will, because you did not state that I'm going to give $1 million to your best friend. You stated you're giving 100% of your money in your account to your beneficiary designations. Now remember, those forms override all your wills and your trust. So you have to review them. Your life insurance policies, your bank accounts, and any other thing that will name a beneficiary, you need to review those. All right? And then, of course, the big one, taxes. You have to estimate and consider your taxes. Estate taxes, inheritance tax, capital gains tax can eat away your legacy. You want to have good planning in place to mitigate against these risks. A few weeks ago, we also mentioned digital assets, your online bank account, social media profile, cryptocurrency, or anything else like that. Without clear instructions, you will not be able to pass on that legacy. Now, one of the pitfalls that I have seen is choosing the wrong person to be your executor, or trustee, or guardian. And I'm going to relate a story quickly. A friend of mine named a trustee who, by all means, should be somebody who would be able to take care of his assets and his children. However, that person, rather than listening to financial advisors, myself, the bank managers, etc., decide to listen to friends and family. And in a very short order, all that money was squandered away. The children, who were then minor, grew up, and what you found happening is that they did not benefit from that legacy that this person had left. We want to make sure that our executor, trustee, or guardian are trustworthy, capable, and willing, not because they are the obvious family member. Now, how to keep your plan updated? A simple rule of thumb, as I mentioned, is that every year you just take a quick look over it. But what I have also found is that every 2 to 3 years, there's usually some major life change. Some of these major life changes are you have updated your motor vehicles, you have shifted jobs, you are no longer in the same country, and things like that will cause you to have to update. And what you find is that just based on the natural cycle of things, every 2 to 3 years, these things happen. However, in between, here are some triggers: marriage or divorce, birth or adoption of a child, death of a beneficiary or an executor, moving to another state or country, significant changes in your asset or income, and of course, changes in the law, tax laws, etc. Now, of course, as I mentioned, you want to do your annual checkup, and that also pertains to your financial checkup. Here's a quick checklist. Review your will and trust, confirm that your beneficiaries are still alive and their designations are still correct. Check your powers of attorney, if you do have one in place, and any healthcare directives that you may have. Verify, of course, that you have enough life insurance in place. Update your list of assets, including digital accounts, and ensure that your loved one or loved ones know where to find important documents. Now, we have been doing action steps all throughout, and what I'd like you to do this week is to schedule an estate plan review within the next 30 days. It might be just a checkup, but I'd like you to do it. We just want to make sure that you confirm that everything that you have put inside there, will or trust, is still up to date. So if you don't have a clue, start small. Start by writing the will, name the beneficiaries, and assign a power of attorney, and move from there. We can build from there. Now, estate planning is not just about dividing assets. It's about protecting the people and the causes that they care about, and ensuring that your wishes are honored. All right? Thank you very much for tuning in and listening to our Estate Planning series. And I'll turn you back over to Lady Elise and your team.
Thank you so much, Richard. It has been a journey, one that we have been uh, faced with looking things and assessing like uncomfortable matters, like the fact that we know that we are not here forever. Certainly, we hope to act on and not just listen to what you have shared with us. And we thank you so much and want you to just remind us, or I will remind the listeners how to contact Richard. It's broker at richardthelwell.com, and he is willing and ready to answer your questions. And if there's anything that you would like for him to share, please go ahead and send him a message, broker at richardthelwell.com, or you can also reach out to us at info at flashpointmedia.ky. Thank you, Richard. We are certainly better, yes, better prepared for life, and definitely thinking on how we can make sure we are prepared for the end of life as well. Thank you again.
I'm Audley Scott, and you're listening to Flashpoint Radio, Rise and Shine, your morning boost of inspiration, news, and fun. With Mikey G, Lady Elise, and Coralie Karen, the unmistakable combination, synergized to navigate.
I hear Hazel.
All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yes, of course. I was interested in a social media account, where somebody have a social media account. How do they get that? What is the benefit of having somebody else taking over your social media account? I don't know. What's that?
The same way they take over your personality, take your head, take your body and crop it and do a lot of things with it. They can take your account and
All right. So let's explore that idea. For example, Flashpoint Media has over 100,000 views. No, take it over. I now have 100,000 views because you would have been building this following of persons. Mikey G.
And you're almost 3,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Huh?
And when we come on and say, hello, Flash Fam. No. We are happy to have you. Yeah? So yeah.
100,000 persons.
Yes.
That's what you're talking about.
Yes. So our estate goes way beyond what's in the account or of property and so on. So you're thinking about those things as well. And if we don't have to look too far, we have seen in recent years, you talk about intellectual property, persons who have passed on, Mikey G. Think about the late great Robert Nesta Marley, right?
Yeah, the great Bob.
Still making money.
Yeah.
Long after.
All right, so we must look at how to make money long after. That's a good one, right? Making sense now? Is it G?
Yes. But I was so interested in the estate taxes. What taxes are incurred? I wanted to ask a question, but I didn't see that there was. So you can.
Yes, I'll reach out to our financial planner and ask him about estate taxes, because I had those questions as well, because is it that the fact that now that you have inherited a house, or you have inherited $1 million, do I have to pay taxes on that, because the person who earned that 1 million already paid taxes? So
was saying that he talked about three different taxes, and he said he can eat away the taxes, can eat away
the inheritance.
Yeah, so
it's like you inherit an onion. You inherit something that is going to take from you, not give you anything.
Yeah, so you can reach out to him. Yeah, I wanted to know what those were.
Well, I'd go simply. Just call all your the one you want to give it to. Just name them yourself, and then your name is the same name, and don't worry, change anything. It continues. It's Michael Williams 1, 2, 3, 4. All in Michael Williams.
Oh, what's that?
You mean that it's Michael Williams doing business? That's it.
Okay.
That's it. I don't know. I'm just making that up as I go, so I don't know if that makes any sense.
I know.
It sounds reasonable to me though, but I know this for a fact. So I'd have to start practicing a few things, and have my sons practicing a few things, and which I'd be unnaming at this point. So we have all the things in duck in a row, so we don't have this problem of paying this enormous taxation and all that. I don't know how to do it, but it must mean that there's a way to get out of some of the overheads that comes with debt, apart from the debt itself. All right. Having said that,
just want to share a few things that will be happening. Those that I can share. One of which is it's a walk run that comes up on 17th of August. That's this Sunday, 6 a.m. beginning at the Adventist Conference office, 209 Walkers Road. And what I like about this event is an opportunity for the community to come together and promote health and well-being.
And it's a free walk too. You don't have to pay to walk.
Oh my God! You know, Hazel, when I got up this morning, that makes me feel better, because I was worried. I have pay to walk this morning. Thanks for telling me. That's another thing.
Yeah,
that thing that we think is okay and free, we're gonna be charged to do the walk. I'm just messing with that. But of course, we have those that we can actually we pay as a means of supporting a cause or otherwise. So yes. So are you going to be walking, Hazel?
Are
you going to be walking on that one?
Yes, I'll be walking where I am. Yeah, I will be there with you in the spirit, and I hope when Elise returned, she told me from that walk. She told me rather that Mikey G was on the walk.
Excellent. I only I gain a few pounds after walking.
Well, maybe you need a few pounds, so go walk.
That's what I'm saying. I gain a few pounds. For those who don't walk and gain pounds, I don't know about you, but I gain a few pounds after walking. That's it. Elise, you are saying something.
Well, I am just thinking about all the other things that I will need to share with our viewers and listeners. Want to welcome those persons that are viewing on TikTok. So we have our TikTok audience, our Instagram audience,
Good morning to you, TikTok. How you doing?
Good morning. A lot's going to be happening today. The Toastmasters Speak comes on this evening at 5:30, and that, of course, features the members of the Eminent Orators Toastmasters Club located right here in the Grand K. But if you are not in the Grand K, it's okay. You can still become a member of the Toastmasters Speak Club. And of course, they are sharing relevant information, stuff that can help you in your daily living. I'm not sure what they'll be talking about today, and perhaps Hazel G can share that with us.
Yes, certainly. This evening we will be talking about hidden talents. Yes, Mikey G.
Hidden talents.
Hidden talents, yes.
I don't want to tell everybody.
Think about it, Mikey G.
That's why it's hidden. I don't want them to know.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it hidden.
Sometimes people have to identify that for you because you don't know, right?
Well, yeah, but the thing with me, the thing with me is that I know my hidden talents. Not only one, many of those, and I already know them. So because I know all they are, I hide them even further.
You don't want people to know.
I keep those hidden talents hidden. And then somebody comes and say, "Hey, I'm gonna tell about Mikey G's hidden talents." No, please don't. No.
Maybe they found it, so they're gonna.
No, I don't want. No. Listen, that's why they're hidden, guys. Please leave it alone.
Keep them hidden. So our financial advisor has answered the question, Hazel G, a little bit. Okay. The question: estate taxes fall under several categories. So you have transfer taxes.
Okay.
Stamp duty.
Yes.
And in some jurisdictions, we have inheritance taxes.
Ooh. Wow.
That sounds like some bogus things, and it sounds like extortion. It sounds like everything like what the guys on the road doing in scamming. It sounds like that. It sounds the same exact way. Only that some people get to do it and some are locked up for it. That just sound wrong. Everything sound bad about it. Because somebody give me something and then me have to pay some. It's like saying, I am a slave and I have to pay the person who enslaved me to let me go. Millions of dollars. Let me go. I'm enslaved.
And that's why we talk about blue code robbery, right?
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like that to me. And that does sound wrong right there. So that's how it sounds to me. I remember France and Haiti. France enslaved Haiti, and Haiti had to pay France billions of dollars to let them go and give them freedom. It was just, you can't, up until now, I can't even imagine something like that, and the audacity of these people to do something like that. You know, I believe, there should be some investigation.
We can't win.
I think they should invest. I think the Asian people should investigate France and bring them to court. And find those persons who did that and bring them to justice.
Alright, on that note, I'm going to go to just quickly share a few other coming events or promotions right here before we go out of studio. So, of course, just before we go over bed.
Yeah. Big up Connie J.E. Good morning, Connie. How you doing? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Good morning, Connie.
This evening, and our concert.
Yeah.
Phase 2, October 25. Proceeds in aid of Loud Silent Voices, and this organization is a support group for families and healthcare workers and persons who have mental health challenges. For the cause, and I'm encouraging you, when our tickets become available, you must support this community venture as we give back to the community. And we have so much to share.
I know where to go to help others at that mental health place. I I know where I can go to help others. Mikey G, I'm coming over to help people who have issues like myself. Here we go.
You said it.
Of course.
Come after dark with Mario. This week's topic: what would you do for the dinero, or not to do for the dinero? You know the topics are always spicy.
Here's a mental health issue for you, Hazel G. What would you do with the money? What would you do to get it? Mm-hmm.
Last Wednesday.
Work for it.
I know. I see many ladies, work on the streets. There's a place. Hold on. I see many ladies and many men on the streets, and they're working for it. I see them working for it. That money.
So 10 p.m. 10 p.m.
Mikey J, aren't you working for it too? Are you working for the dinero?
Lady Elise, you're saying?
Right here on Flashpoint, www.flashpointmedia.ky. Come along and bring a friend. And finally, Cayman Got Talent. Do you know what Cayman Got Talent?
All right, this is a big one for me. I'm waiting for this one. I mean, I'm telling you, we have some. This is going to be the thing to see. The talents of Cayman and all those who are sharing those talents right here on Flashpoint. And of course, what this will turn out to be later on when those prizes and surprises comes up for those persons. What is in store for you? Of course, some record deals and some contracts. I think exposing hidden talents, as you said, Hazel G. Hidden talents that need to be exposed. I maybe do a little singing at that time too, Hazel G. What do you think?
So this is on Flashpoint.
Yes, this is on Flashpoint. Coming up this Saturday night, beginning on Flashpoint and at Flashpoint Studio, where we have these talents in studio and will be doing this thing live right here on Flashpoint.
Okay.
Yes.
So interesting. Let's go dig out all the talents.
We're going to dig. I like where you put it. We're going to dig out the talent.
Dig them out. Yes. I want to thank our viewers and listeners. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We thank you so much for sticking and staying. I hope that you learned something. Estate planning is for everyone. Everyone? Yes. Everyone is involved in this conversation. And tomorrow will be Wellness Wednesday. Dr. K, a physician with many years of experience, shares with us how we can take care of our physical health. We just spoke about our financial health. So you got to stick and stay. So much happening. But of course, there is something for every single person right here on Flashpoint.
All right, of course.
So, Flashpoint gone abroad.
Of course, we talked about mental health, and I'm going to go down and check out that and make sure that those persons are in need of nothing. I'll take Hazel G with me, and we screen everyone.
Yes, definitely.
Hazel G, take us out of here, please. Take us out.
All right. Today is Terrific Tuesday, and we are hoping that you have a terrific day as you go to all the media where we are. Have a terrific Temperance Day today.
All right, of course, for you who did not know and just joining us for the first time, like, share, subscribe, and as you're at it, hit the notification bell. And every time one of these programs comes up, you get it first. Of course, continue to listen to us after we have left the social media platforms now to go on to www.flashpointmedia.ky, where our web radio continues all day, 24 hours. Of course, Mikey G and other presenters put some wonderful programs together for you, and some great entertaining music talents galore. Alright, flashpointmedia.ky right here on Flashpoint. Have yourself a God bless day. Catch you tomorrow morning, same time, same place for Wellness Wednesday, right here at Flashpoint.
Right here, Flashpoint.
It's like we're running in circles, going around every day, getting stuck in the hurdles of yesterday. Don't you wanna go further, away from the fray? Let's not get stuck in our worries, we'll make our own way. Won't you come outside where the sunflowers bloom? Breathe in the air, look up to the moon. I'll meet you outside, away from the crowd, just you and me together, and we'll all sing better outside, just us in the sky. Are we part of this circus? Is it innate? Feels like a heavy burden, but I can't relate. Do our actions even matter? Or is this our fate? At least now I'm feeling better, I know I'm here to stay. Won't you come outside where the sunflowers bloom? Breathe in the air, look up to the moon. I'll meet you outside, away from the crowd, just you and me together, and we'll all sing better outside, just us in the sky.
We use the internet to advance the gospel of Jesus Christ, transforming lives, renewing hearts, 24/7, 7 days a week. Internet radio in a class by itself. We're flashing the gospel around the world as a witness. And someone will say, you know what? I heard it on Flashpoint Radio, and my life has been changed. Flashpoint